Well, guys, hello, welcome to Shakim. We are here today. As you can tell by the title, we will be doing a Road to 1500 series. This will be coupled by many days to document our journey as we reach 1500 ELO. I am a 1010 rapid ELO player, so of course I am not the best. Today, or throughout the course of this series, we'll be playing 3 games every single day, just for hopes to improve ourselves each and every day. Now, let's start with our first game. Now, we are playing as black in this game. This is not too bad. Okay, I will go there. I really like to play defense when I am black, just in case I do encounter these very active players. That's why I play d6. I think here I will try to push my pawn right there. I feel like it's gonna weaken their pawn structure. Of course, they're gonna push, so we gotta drop our knight back. I'm thinking about putting my knight on that square just to make it a little bit more active. If not, that is completely alright. I don't mind trading bishops, because it puts my queen in a better square. I can decide to castle this way, but I want to focus on developing right now. I feel like that's our main priority. Let's start by putting a bishop on the diagonal, although it does not see the light of day because it's blocked by 2 other pieces. It is kind of, even though it is isolated, it'll be beneficial in the long run. Since they're king, castle, king side, I believe it would be best for us to castle queen side. Since we have this rook here, I can start pushing this just to kind of form an attack of some sort. You know, make something out of nothing, I guess. Of course, throughout the course of these series, you're gonna see me do a lot of blunders, which is completely alright. This is part of the process. Okay, they push there. It seems best for me to come over here just to kind of push the pawn on the F line. So this pawn is being attacked. For that reason, it should be good to not to do that, but to come over here just to protect it. I think that would be a good action step. Here we can start doing that just to prevent any more attacks from happening. Now if they do end up taking, we can just take here this way. It won't provide, or it won't do any harm, pretty sure. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm probably gonna go over here. That way I can attack this pawn whenever he does take. Yeah, there we go. And now that pawn is free to take, unless they do something. So that pawn is free to take for that reason. Ooh, so nah, there's no threat, because although they're gonna put their queen and rook on the same file, it may seem a little dangerous, but it really isn't. So let's put our pawn on the F line. That is completely alright. If I do take, I don't really lose anything. They're gonna skewer me, but I'm not really gonna lose anything. Right. Right. Oh yeah, I lost my queen. So I did not see that coming, but that's alright. Ha! GG's. Okay, I did not see that coming, but that seemed to be a decent first game. Let's go. Let's see, game review. I most likely messed up in taking that pawn. That very unneeded pawn for some reason. What was it? Oh, that pawn was a move. Okay. So it seems that move to f5 was the problem. I didn't see the rook and queen teamwork to be very dangerous. So let's try to keep that in consideration for future rounds. Now, let's go into a new game. I'm a true god. Okay. Yeah, I'm scared now. Okay. So they go for the center. Let's again go on the defensive so that we can put our note on this square right here. Just to kind of develop as best as we can. They take, we take. It don't matter much to me, that's a hanging pawn. We can go back. And then we can bring that knight out. That is another free pawn. What is going on? Let's draw back. Just to protect that pawn on the b file. Okay, they're going for, I don't know, but if they do push, we're gonna take it this way. They are gonna take, so let's do let's push this way. We're still gonna take. Okay, since they're doing that, they're probably gonna still go for the b pawn. I don't really mind. So let's go. Oh, we're isolating that our king that way. If we go there, we can just trade queens. I'm gonna still be up anyways. Okay, they do take the pawn on the b file. I'm gonna end up trading queens. They did not, so let's go there just to kind of eliminate that threat from ever happening again. So since they did put their knight there, hopefully they en passant, and then it seems like a decent idea to kind of hold pawn en passant, because that way I am threatening their queen. It'll seem too bad of an idea. Okay, so they put their knight there. They are targeting, what are they targeting? It don't seem like it's much right now. So since our king is very, very safe, it wouldn't be an extremely bad idea to go right there, just to kind of put pressure on that pawn on the g file. Okay, so they understand what I was trying to do. Let's push our pawn. Let's not push our pawn. If we go here, they can just go back. So let's not do that. Let's come over here. No, let's come over here. I don't see. Yeah. Trying to open up the position a little bit, because most of my pieces are barely developed. Like my bishop on this square right here, not really developed, which is a bad idea. I want to put my rook on this square right here. It seems very, very useful to put it on that square right there. Also, if I do come right here, it don't seem like, again, that big of an issue. Let's put our rook on this square. I wouldn't be able to take anyways, but it does help with like adding a little bit of pressure no matter what. So we're still playing decently fast, but we are a minute. We got a minute less of time compared to our opponent. Let's see. They don't seem to be doing that bad actually. But at the same time, I'm not doing that good. I'm not doing that good. So, let's push this pawn right here. If they take, cool. If they don't, then it doesn't really matter. Because at the same time, I'm still opening the position up. That way, I have some form of control. If I do take that, then I can maybe take with the bishop or not. I can just stick with the rook. It don't really matter. Okay, so they did decide to push, which seems like a decent idea. Let's push here. That way we can still put some form of goodness or something. Let's drop back for a little bit or not. Should we sacrifice the rook? It don't seem like a bad idea. They don't really have anything at the same time, but so because I don't want them to overcrowd that, because then they yeah, so before they do that, let's just come over here. Let's go right there. I feel like that's our best move right now, considering that we have stretched our position a little bit. We are tied in terms of points, so it doesn't seem too bad. We are 2 pawns up, but they got our rooks. I mean, one of my rooks. So here, what I was trying to do is try to push here. That way, my bishop can actually see the light of day and go right there. But let's see what they do. Yeah, I'll probably do that too, but actually, this doesn't seem like a bad position. I can go right there. They're probably gonna push the pawn on the F file, but at the same time, can't really do that. I mean, they can, but not like it's gonna have much of an effect. If they do, yeah, I have pressure here and there, so they can't really do that. What I was gonna do here is just gonna take the pawn. That's a free pawn, so I don't really mind. Trying to go for that. It does not seem like too bad. I can go right there, because that way I fork both pieces. They lose a rook in the process, either a rook or a queen, which don't seem that bad of a trade for me. They can't take the pawn on the b file, because the bishop is defending. But defending. Next move, probably h2, which is not that bad of a move. What I see... Ooh. No, they can't do that. I was thinking that they were going to move their knight to the g7 square, but my rook is handling that business. Okay, that does not seem like that bad of a move. Let's see. What I believe would be not too bad of a move is to push my pawn there, but my bishop gets hung. Is there any queen business that I could do? I could probably start trading queens by now because I am up material. That is most likely what I will be doing, but at the same time I can push that pawn, no? Oh yeah, I can push that pawn. That way I put pressure on the queen. Yeah, not too bad of a move. Okay. It's not too bad. Although we are 3 minutes behind, I feel like we still got a hold of this game. 6 points in materials up, which is really, really good. Again, we need to recover those 1,000. We need to get to 1,000 elo first before we do anything. So since they took there, I don't mind just trading, because then I win a rook. I'm up a rook and a bishop, so I am very, very happy. Next move would, if they take, which they most likely will, or not. I feel like I wouldn't. Yeah, I would not. But in this position, I will. Because I am very up in material, and I did not see that coming. Which I can't really control. I did not see that coming at all. Okay, of course they can't take here because I will be proceeding a little bit. We will be going here, just taking the pawn out as soon as possible. So what we'll be doing here is just to can we go there? They're gonna check me again. Can we go here? They're not gonna check me again. Okay. Plus they're gonna have to move, which is better for me. Here it would be better just to push the pawn. Just push the pawn like crazy. Right? I feel like that's the best move right now. If we go here, we can still push the pawn like crazy. They're not gonna reach in time. Yep, and now we got, yes, and we won. They resigned. Oh, we got a brilliant. Oh, we got a brilliant alert. Brilliant alert. Oh my gosh, we got a brilliant. Okay. Did we? Oh, we did for real. So yeah, not too bad of a game actually. Second game comeback is good. So a ton of mistakes beforehand. What was going on here? What was the best? Okay. Okay. I did really want me to do that. Why? Okay, I guess. But that was a brilliant move. Oh yeah, because I did sacrifice my rook. Although I did sacrifice my rook, it was still a decent position for me to overcome. Oh yeah, good second game. Now on to the third game. Fabio Lentea. It is okay. Let's see. Third game. Let's make this our best game. Let's try to at least improve in ELO today. So they open up directly as usual, as can be seen with usual opponents. So we can go there. Let's try to open up with a centralized position. The more basic, the more understanding you get at these sort of openings, I guess. Of course, no grandmaster here, but have at least some understanding. Okay. Let us go right there so that we can start castling queenside. Kingside seems a little bit overwhelming in a way. But first, let's see what they're gonna do. Okay, while they do that, never mind. I may castle Kingside actually. If they do castle Kingside, it would be a decent win for me, I guess. If they do push their a6 pawn to a5, we'll just push our a2 pawn. Okay, seems like they didn't. So should it be best if we castle queenside or kingside? They already have an attack queenside, so let's go. Let's wait it out a bit. Let's still hit that a3 pawn just to go up so that we can make an escape square for the bishop. Okay. These games haven't all been too bad if you don't count the first one. So here it seems as if they are gonna castle kingside. So if they do, let's try to move. Let's try to keep their queen isolated. So let's not try to incentivize their knight take anything. We can start casting this way. I have decent defenses which can allow for, never mind. Seems like they moved their queen out the way, so they're gonna castle queenside. So with that being said, let's just attack. Let's just attack as much as possible. They're probably gonna take on b3. I did not see that, but it is largely okay. It is largely okay. Probably still are. Are you thinking about it? Yeah, they're probably thinking about it. What would I do if they do take? If they do go there, I mean, they don't really have an attack. I wouldn't say they have an attack. They just can do that. Let's try to centralize our rook. That don't seem like a bad idea. We can take the knight on a7 and make the rook a little bit useless in a way. That could be our next move. But of course we're not in a rush. Also, I apologize if the audio quality is not the best. I do not have a microphone, so I'm using my device's microphone as of right now. Again, I apologize in advance. So it seems like they castled that way. So I may be hitting one of these, not gonna lie. Yeah, I may be hitting one of those. Okay, since they did not take, it don't seem like that bad of an issue to them, I guess. So what I will say is to just keep on attacking the queen, I guess. And just to prevent our bishop being attacked by pawn. Just have it be attacked by queen instead. So since that has happened, they're probably gonna push on the f pawn. That's what I would do. Let's see. Let's go on to that square. The bishop is already being protected by both the knight and the knight and the queen. Let's see. I could have this rook be in play there. And then I could bring that there, but that would leave my knight open to attacks. So let's not do that. Instead, we could try pushing on this pawn right here. Just to get, if he doesn't take, then it's alright. Is it alright? I have no idea. It's around these times where I have no idea what I'm doing. So I just throw random stuff around. Here, I don't believe we can push. I have very low confidence if we do. But I don't mind pushing there actually. No, it's too big of a risk. Let's push this pawn right here. What was that? Was that a pawn? Okay, it's a pawn. Okay. Whew, okay. I thought it was like a knight or something. Okay, so it wasn't that bad of a trade. We can take with this. I don't mind trading. No, they're probably gonna go into the A2 square. If they do, we're just gonna go here. We're not gonna let that easy checkmate happen to us, right? Right? We're not gonna let that happen. Let's see. After they don't take that, after they don't check, what is next? What is next? That is an amazing question. I would say that moving the bishop to h6 would be a viable option for me. But turns out they don't think that way, so let's take back. We can't let them run on like a loose foot here. We can go into d7 if they don't move anything. If they don't move the d7 pawn. So it turns out they did. Whoa, what a surprise. Wouldn't be a good move. Okay, I feel like, would it be okay if I went here? No. Okay, here's where the real thinking happens. Would it be alright if I went here? It does seem like a decent option, but the more concrete reason as to why I am doing this is because it's a one-on-one trade, and since I am up in material by 1.1 singular point, I feel like it should not be excluded from the equation. And if they, so we can still do that, no? Yeah, and then no, I did not see that, which is a very, very, very good example as to why you shouldn't let stuff like this happen, you know?
Is there anything I could do? Is there anything I can do? There's nothing I can do. So they're probably gonna take the rook there. Not the rook there, queen. They're probably gonna take the rook up there also. That's what I do. Oh yeah, it's okay. I'm up in the 1 point. Never mind. Okay. That's okay. So, our best bet here, we are up in time. Let's take that pawn right there. Okay, now it's GG's, like for real. Let's go here.
That way I can just keep on pushing. It literally is over.
What they would do, I have no idea. I have no viable moves right now, so all they can hope for is for a check.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to day 1 of these series. I promise that there's going to be more of these coming out soon, so be sure to tune in for those videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you liked, make sure you like and subscribe, and maybe share it a little. This is a newly growing channel, so your support is very greatly appreciated. Again, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys on the next one.